to the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All day, dog. Mike's 50, Mike. Take back.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike's 50.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on second and 10. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now the man from Utah, this is Aaron Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a good shot.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, pick your game up.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. The 30, past the 20, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown. You got 2 seconds.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Packers nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Too little, Captain.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Kerrigan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Set, hut, come to Andy. 50, Mike 50. Stop your whining. Hustle, hustle. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. I'm on. Mike 50, Mike 50. Shut up.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
They go on 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 13. Mike. Check your hot read.
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Shotgun there for Rodgers. And Graham complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down.
At the 29-yard line.
Shift.
First down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
From the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check tight. Check tight.
On the delay, Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Man left, man left. 4 down. Alert.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, baby.
Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
You ready? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Yeah. Mike, 55.
Rodgers now operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy can hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Don't get nervous.
Running to start the drive is Love. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Coming again.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
2nd down, Haskins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Hey, let's get there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. Probably wait for that goose egg.
They got to find find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try to make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's Rodgers. Gonna throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 43.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Packers first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What we got?
26. Hey, we are going.
55. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Set it. 18.
55, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 26.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Ryan Kerrigan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
57's right.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, low. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great lead, and it's picked off. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but heck, maybe you throw that 50-plus yard, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Even.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He completes it to Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
42 the mark, boys. 42.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown. Washington.
That's a touchdown.
Bryce Love with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
You don't want none. Hey, hut. You don't want it. Shift. Watch the shift.
From the gun, it's Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Green 18.
Eat. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now on second and 16. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Max 50. Rush in.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Right there. All day, baby.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. This time, Haskins will look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
318. Get 300. Get 300.
To the right, boys. Hang to the right. Move. 4 down. 4 down.
319.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer. St. Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head steal.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. The try. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get them settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 20, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Anderson. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very low. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. It's one of the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
This is Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
But it brings up fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Again, it's Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
A great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of one, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Hey, hold on. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Set up. Chill, go. Check the out.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's go out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Probably just want to put this one behind them. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the